skateboard. So it's kind of a bummer, but now here I am testing the Osmo in the car. So while this storm blows over, I'm going to try a couple things. Right here is one of the lenses called Black Mist. It's like an Instagram filter for hot girls. I see. Makes everything smooth. Can you guys tell a difference in that? Let's try a different one. So, I don't know if I can pop that off of there while it's on. Ha! I'll show you what I'm doing here. Check this out. So I got this case that it came with, and that's that little Black Mist filter. Look, they're even labeled. This is the one I'm going to try on next. This is the wide angle lens. Try that bad boy. Everything's magnetized here. That's cool that you can leave it rolling and just... There we go. So that goes from, I believe, a 20 millimeter to a 15. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. A little bit wider range. So that's the wide angle lens. And then in my case, I'll show you what I deemed as necessary. This all came in this little pouch. By the way, this camera, the reviews and stuff on it are phenomenal, and I'm really excited to begin using this. We'll see if the audio comes out really well or if all you guys hear is raindrops, because it's pretty loud in here. But yeah, I got this off-brand lens kit, and it's got, I mean, this stuff back in the day, this would have been like everything. Circular polarizer, it's got ND filters. You can see the two spaces for the other ones that I have in the case I just showed you, the Black Mist, quarter Black Mist filter and the wide angle lens filter. But all of those things, very, very helpful in videography. I do quite a bit on other cameras, but like I said, this is the first time using this one. I also got a tripod here with the little connectors, and then a battery pack that goes on there, a little battery extension. So this was not the creator combo that you can get. I ended up buying the camera and then hitting Amazon up and picking up some accessories like a little doodad that protects the screen and the gimbal when not in use. Although then it ended up coming with this little guy. This is the original, but it came with this little lid. Looks like it says Pokemon, but it says Pocket. It's kind of cute. Somebody 3D printed that and just goes together and closes up like such. So I forgot the mic today. I did get a little mic mini, DJI mic mini. I think that's pretty much going to cover what I need. Maybe like a selfie tripod or one of those gorilla pods, or like a selfie stick kind of thing. Let me take that off again. Yeah, I like that even better. Put that back. Boy, it is really convenient that you can just take this thing and, you know, obviously I wish I had more hands, but what I'm doing is putting that filter back in there. It's pretty convenient that just stays with me. Can't tell you how many times I just haven't had all the stuff with me, but I mean, all of this fits in this tiny little bag, and for as much as I like videography, I am super pumped on this. So far, DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is a thumbs up. I can see that the rain is starting to chill out a little bit. See, it's getting a little bit lighter now. So, yeah, hopefully, well, you know what, I tell you what's going to be a problem. Check this out. When the ground looks like that, and you're about to go ride trails, you're in for not a great time. So I'm gonna have to find a different plan here. But yeah, I'm gonna go through a couple different things. Hopefully get some different angles. Really, today I'm just trying to get used to the camera. That's a good idea. If you buy a new camera, it's a really good idea to, you know, maybe test it out a little bit, get used to it before you go on a vacation, and do things that you're only going to get one shot to get a good shot. I can't tell you how many times I've showed up to somewhere with like a GoPro, only to have some ism that ruined all the video and kept me from using it, and then I couldn't go back because I was 1,000 miles from where the trip was. And just happens. It's part of learning about videography. So yeah, today gonna put this thing through its paces. Hopefully this storm stops any minute now. It should. And set up a couple different shots. Use the app. It's got the app that lets me control it from my phone. Use my phone as a monitor. All that kind of stuff. So gonna get into that here in a minute and see what mistakes I make, and hopefully learn from those mistakes before I use this on a trip. So yeah, if you're interested in the DJI Osmo, welcome to stumble through this with me. I'll be right back. Alright, try selfie mode, see if this stays focused on me while I skate. Oh Lord. Now it says face track enabled. Maybe that's what I needed to do. I don't know what I just did there, but it was like, wasn't working, but maybe now it is. So I had to switch it to selfie mode, FT, meaning face track, I believe. And I think it's doing a better job of tracking me here. Of course, I'm carrying my 40-pound Onewheel because terrible ground conditions, wet, sandy soil, roots laden, and I got a smooth tire, not one of those off-roading tires, so I'm not really doing my best here. But I'm on this bumpy terrain, and I do believe the camera's doing a pretty good job, so that's a plus. Let's see if I'm going to be able to tuck back in the woods here, or if the trail's going to get a little too rough. It's really annoying having to pick up the board every time I find a big root. Sure wish I had my 29-inch wheels on my mountain bike today. Go over these roots no problem. So a couple things that I'm interested in seeing when I get back to to my office studio is how this sounds. I'm not wearing a lav mic. I am really close to the camera, as you can tell. And this thing's supposed to have, dual stereo speakers, and I'm wondering how that's going to transition, or how that's going to play out. Whoop, fell off. How that's going to play out, while moving, wind noise, outside, ambient sound, all of those things. I'm very curious to see how the audio sounds. Whoop, almost fell. You guys got to check this out. I mean, the trails are not good. All right, you get one more shot at this, otherwise you guys are getting put away so that I can meander through the woods here over all these roots. Let's see what happens. Yeah, in the future, definitely a mountain bike trail, not a one-wheel trail, especially not after about an inch of rain on this particular setup. So, recently got this board. This is a Onewheel XR Plus, which is one of the bigger ones. And I've always had a Onewheel Pint. That's the smaller guy, but I upgraded the battery to a long life battery called a Chai battery, and it's been great. I've had it for 5+ years now, and no problems. Really enjoy it. Could ride the same trail, but I was I'm a bigger guy, and I was really curious as to having a little bit more torque, a little bit more horsepower, if you will. Just trying to squeeze a little bit more performance out of a board, and being a bigger guy, having the bigger setup with the bigger wheel, and just seeing how that would do, what difference that makes in settings like this, off-road, less than perfect conditions. And today's really the first day that I've gotten a chance to try this on a trail. I've only had 2 weeks, so I've done about 10 miles on it on roads just to make sure everything worked well, which it does. But yeah, first time on the trail, and it's definitely a difference, especially right now. I'm starting to get my groove and able to figure this out a little bit better, but also not so much of a game changer. Let me see if I can, rather than you staring here back at me, let me see if I can go ahead and switch this view up here shortly and get you a little face forward, see what I see. Let's do that. So I'm here in Florida, near Tampa, and this is the Trout Creek Trail. And boy, I can't tell you how often I see some pretty cool wildlife out here. All the time. I just saw a couple turkeys, a mama turkey and some babies. There's real just hatchlings, really. But you know, snakes, pigs, black bear. Liable to see all that stuff out here. So keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure between the combination of how smooth a Onewheel is at riding over these surfaces, and then me acting as a bit of a shock absorber, and the gimbal itself, this is probably pretty cool footage. I'm sure it's relatively smooth. You probably notice a jump every time I hit a root, but other than that, probably pretty dope footage. So again, today, the point of today is really to explore the capabilities of this camera. You know, I'm obviously not focused on where it's facing right now. I just got it aimed at my feet, and I'm just curious to see what it looks like after the fact. If it's focused on my feet pretty actively. You know, like I said, I actually wanted video of my feet. I want to see how good it goes, and how good it does at little of this doodad going on in there. Right now, my settings are pretty slow speed, the pan and everything, and I'm not sure if that's going to bite me in the end when I take the sharp turns, if it doesn't really get ready for the turn so fast. Or if it's falling just fine. Maybe it is. When I look down at the camera, it seems like the camera head is facing the right way most of the time. Ooh, bump. You can see the trails are anything but flat. They have some bumps. They got some roots. Very curious as to how this transition starts to look. I'm liking the, right now I don't have the extra battery pack on. We still got plenty of battery. I'm liking that. Hey, look at that. It's me. So I got the app going right now, and it's cool. This allows me to check everything out, really control it all from right here, see what you see, and let's just mess around with it. I got this that's pretty dope. That is dope on a rope. So I like that a lot. Look at that. Great video. Proceed. Trying another trail here. There's some roots. The slower I go, the harder it gets. Pump through them here. You gotta carry the speed. Makes it easier. Root City. Maybe on the way back it'll be slightly easier. I wonder how having this gimbal compares to having motion stabilization on an action camera with that wide angle. I wonder how this looks. There's a pond right here. Sure wish I wouldn't have left that microphone sitting on the charger. That would have been cool to have. I would have known all this audio would have come out. Holy roots. Holy goodness. We're gonna make it. Just waiting for the right route to just throw me and send my new camera to the ground, in the dirt, in the sand. Whew. Let's go back. Yeah, I could see this like on a backpack strap while I'm dirt biking. That would be pretty cool to have going. Can't tell you how often I've taken action cameras with me on motorcycles, and they're alright. But this would be cool to compare. Or just on a backpack shoulder strap in general, while you're just walking around hands-free. You know, you could see there'd be hands in there. It'd be like, oh, yeah. Is this where I came from? I'm lost. Oh, well. We're going this way. Well, so far, the Onewheel is doing its job. I don't think I would have been able to handle it quite so well on the pint compared to this one. Seems to be managing the roots and the roughness of the terrain pretty well. This is definitely the way I came. I can see my tire. Great. Okay. Well, I think it's time to go home. See if there's any usable audio with the wind noise of me moving like this. I want you guys to tell me what you think. If you're still here, you know, is this a cool camera? Is the footy good? Am I wasting my time doing movies like this? Or do you want to see more of this kind of stuff? Do you want to go along for the ride while you're sitting at your desk? See what I'm up to. Follow along in my adventuresome lifestyle. Adventurous lifestyle? My adventurous lifestyle. Tell you what, talking to a camera is harder than it looks. Actors have it tough. I feel like I put on a face every time I try this. All right, back to the truck. See you later.